You ever see a car that makes you stop what you're doing? Like you're walking down the street with a coffee in your hand and something glints in the sunlight and you just can't help but turn your head? That's exactly what happened the first time I laid eyes on the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach S680. I remember it like it was yesterday. That long, elegant silhouette with chrome accents that seem to catch every ray of light as if they're alive. And that iconic grille that doesn't just tell you this car is special, it screams it. And today, I want to take you on a journey through every inch of this remarkable machine in a way that feels like you're sitting right here beside me. Let's start with the moment you first see it in motion. Picture this: slow pan shot from the front bumper up the hood, the V12 engine quietly humming beneath, and you can almost feel the craftsmanship before you even hear the roar. This isn't just any engine. The Maybach S680 is powered by a handcrafted 6.0-liter V12 biturbo that pushes out over 600 horsepower and massive torque, moving this luxury leviathan with a grace that few cars this size can ever achieve. Now here's an interesting fact about this engine. It's the kind of power plant that feels like a symphony, delivering effortless acceleration that takes you from a standstill to highway speed almost before you've had time to blink. Yet it does it with a whisper-quiet refinement that only a Maybach can muster. You press the throttle, and it doesn't just go. It glides forward like a yacht cutting through glass-smooth water. As we glide into side profile shots, the S680's proportions just seem to tell a story. This is a sedan that's long and stately, with a wheelbase stretched out enough to give rear passengers legroom most of us only dream about. And speaking of rear passengers, oh boy, that's where the Mercedes-Maybach experience truly becomes something else. You step into the cabin, and it's like entering a private jet lounge. The leather, and I mean the real finest Napa leather, wraps every surface. The stitching so detailed you'll swear it was done by hand. The rear seats don't just recline, they transform into a throne of comfort. Heated, ventilated, massaging with memory functions. Footrests that extend just the right amount. It's a world where the longest drive suddenly doesn't feel long at all. Now let's pan up to that Burmester surround sound system with 30 speakers. Close up on the speaker grills, they're not just pieces of hardware, they're works of art. And when that system comes alive, it feels like you've got a live concert happening around you. Whether it's a classical symphony or your favorite rock anthem, the clarity and depth are staggering. And I'll tell you something. Being in this ride with music playing at just the right volume is one of those experiences that makes you catch your breath. It's not just loud, it's emotionally immersive. Cruising down the road, let's talk about tech. Picture your camera focusing on the 12.8-inch OLED touchscreen. That thing lights up like a canvas. And it's not just big, it's intuitive. Mercedes' MBUX interface, with augmented reality navigation that can literally show video directions right on the display, takes the stress out of driving. Suddenly, getting lost feels like a concept from another era. There's wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, multiple USB-C ports scattered around like chargers, just waiting to juice up your gadgets, and even a head-up display that keeps your eyes where they need to be on the journey ahead. I remember testing adaptive cruise control in this thing. Imagine swerving through a ribbon of tarmac with confident precision, as the S680 seems to anticipate every move you make. It's subtle, it's smooth. It's subtle, it's smooth. It keeps you centered in your lane, and it brings peace of mind in traffic you didn't even know you needed. And here's something I love telling people: taking your eyes off the road. It's not encouraged, but with the tech in this car, it feels safer than almost anything else out there. Another moment that sticks with me is when you catch that panoramic sunroof called the Magic Sky Control. You flip a switch and the glass goes from opaque to crystal clear, just like that. It's like having a living roof that shifts with your mood or the weather. And on a sunny afternoon, it turns this cabin into a sunlit sanctuary. Rainy evening, it becomes this cozy cocoon that makes you feel perfectly at ease. Now, you might be wondering about practicality in a car this grand. Let me slow pan toward the rear trunk area. Yes, it's sizable. You can fit a good amount of luggage back there, and it's easy to access despite the car's long, elegant silhouette. This isn't some fragile showpiece hatchback. It's a luxury sedan that carries itself with poise and purpose, ready for road trips, airport runs, or even just Sunday brunch with your favorite people. Driving dynamics. Let's talk about that. Being behind the wheel of an S680 feels like being in command of something immensely capable yet incredibly serene. You'd expect a car of this length and weight to feel ponderous, but airmatic adaptive suspension and rear-wheel steering work in harmony to make turns feel like second nature. It's almost as if the car reads the road ahead and whispers guidance through your fingertips on the steering wheel. I think that's why every drive with the S680 feels like a moment worth pausing for. And let's not forget the sound, not the music, but the silence. You ever been in a room so quiet that you can feel your own heartbeat? That's the S680 at speed. V12 engine working hard under the hood, but barely a whisper inside the cabin. Mercedes has mastered active noise cancellation here to a degree that makes serenity feel like a design philosophy, not just a feature. It's almost ironic. A huge engine with enormous power, and yet silence takes center stage. Some cars are loud for the sake of excitement, but the S680 does power with dignity and quiet confidence. And here's something fascinating. Even at highway speeds, that serenity doesn't fade. The S680 cruises like a ship cutting through calm seas, making long hauls not just tolerable, but downright enjoyable. You could be driving from city to city, and by the time you reach your destination, you'll feel refreshed, not worn out. And trust me, that's not something many cars can boast. As we loop back for some exterior shots, let's slow pan across the bodywork again. Notice how every chrome accent, every line, every subtle curve seems to be designed with intention. The Maybach Grille isn't just big, it's majestic. It's like the automotive equivalent of a grand entrance. And those LED lights, sleek, modern, yet timeless. This is not a car that chases trends, it defines them. So if you're wondering where the S680 sits in the broader world of cars, here's the truth. It exists in a rare category. It's where luxury meets performance, where comfort meets craftsmanship, and where innovation meets emotion. You're not just buying transportation, you're investing in an experience. From the moment you approach it to the instant you sink into the seat and fire it up to every mile traveled, it's a continuous revelation of what a luxury car can be. And honestly, that's why I love talking about cars like the Maybach S680, because they remind us that automobiles aren't just machines. They're companions, storytellers, and sometimes reflections of who we want to be. When this car glides past you on the street, with its dignified presence and effortless poise, it doesn't just catch your eye, it stirs something in you. That's the magic of the S680. So if you've made it this far in the video, I appreciate you sticking with me. I hope you felt what I felt when I first experienced this car. A kind of pure, unfiltered admiration. Whether you're a die-hard auto enthusiast or just someone who appreciates the finer things in life, the 2026 Mercedes-Maybach S680 is a machine that speaks a universal language. Beauty, power, and serenity, all rolled into one unforgettable ride.